Greetings, listeners. Your host for the night, Zach, here, introducing you to The Call of Cthulhu podcast by Twisted Gears Studios. Things are changing up around here. Derek and I will endeavor to get together to do another video update soon, but rest assured, we're still status quo for the time being. As always, we'd like to thank our donators over on Ko-fi for sticking with us during the break and beyond, such as Alec, KJ, Noops, D-Devil1193, TJ, and Taylor. And if you want to help support the show, offer up sanity to investigators, and then please go over to our Ko-fi page for more. Currently, the community is working to help us get some parts that we need to start adding video to our podcasts. We thank you for all of your support so far. Otherwise, please take a look at our merch shop over at twistedgearstudios.com. But for now, last we left our investigators, Simon and Skeet are in peril in the theater beneath the mansion. Marion and Agatha arrive at the shop supplying the wares for the Silver Twilight Lodge, and Amos has just met an old friend.
Looks like we're back at it again. Who am I going to start off with this time? Actually, there's no need to switch roles here. I think I'm just going to go right to Amos.
Oh, fuck.
I think I'm just going to go right to Amos.
You son of a bitch. Okay.
So you just were, instead of taking a cab from the Boston Police Department, you decided to walk a couple of blocks, see if there was anyone trailing you, see if you can notice anything out of the ordinary, and you noticed... surprising or unsurprisingly, whoever you want to look at it, a top-hatted gentleman, Albert Gall, who was by an alleyway, and when he notices you notice him, he sort of has a weird smile on his face, and he sort of just waves at you, and then just ducks into the alleyway. So he's probably around, I can't remember how far away I said, but let's say, 60 feet to the alleyway.
Oh, fuck, that's not close.
Close enough for you to see and recognize him.
Yeah.
I don't even... Actually, Cthulhu isn't done to scale. He is just an alleyway down a bit from you. There, that's how I'll do it.
Okay. So remind me, because it's been like over a year. When we went into the sewers chasing after him when the whole storm thing was going on, and we quelled that ritual... Did we think we killed him, or did we just not see him at all?
You didn't see him at all.
So there's no evidence that we're aware of that we have stopped him before. He's just been at large this whole time.
The time that you did see him was leaving the Church of Contemplation the second time.
I shot him.
Back. Yeah. You were all shooting at him, and Marion, rightfully so.
Oh, fuck off.
You can't just be shooting people.
Yes, we can. They shot first.
In the middle of a city.
He didn't shoot at all. Okay. He was running.
I'm just going to say, you can. It's just frowned upon.
And you did notice, of course, that outside the Church of Contemplation, when you chased him, he went down into the sewer.
Yes. Yes, he did.
And somebody...
And then we saw his fucking gore nest upstairs. Yeah.
Oh, that description was literally the last notes I took.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
It's a good thing I'm on the ball, people.
Yeah.
I have a feeling you've decided, notes are one of those things because we're all dead anyway. I think Marion makes notes.
I don't really go back and read them ever, but I keep them.
Well, it's funny because... Anyway, we'll talk about that later. Yeah. Okay, so... Oh, fuck. All right. So, this... I have no way to apprehend the man. If I'm chasing him, it's to fucking shoot him, which is not a good idea. But also, he killed my buddy.
Killed your best friend.
I have a feeling like emotion is not really going to be the main, or intelligence is not going to be the main thought process here. So I'm going to roll an idea roll for myself. And if I fail it, I'm going to go after it. If I succeed, I will say that logic rules over emotion.
Your idea is probably pretty good, though.
It's intellect, right?
Yeah.
It's 70.
What'd you roll?
Oh, that's a 92. Okay.
That's what happens when you leave it up to the fates.
I know! Well, man, I'm not going to... All right, fuck it. Yep.
You're still questioning it, right? It's like I had a 70% chance not to.
It's a terribly dumb idea, but fuck it. It's... Oh, God, I've been playing this guy for 2 years.
So...
Shut up!
Bill was such a good friend to you.
Whose side are you on?
I'm on Bill's side.
Oh, fuck off. All right, I will head towards the alleyway.
Yes.
Okay.
Like such a way where like I'm just gonna go across the street. You know how like those stupid fucking New Yorkers in movies like just cross the street without looking, and then just like, hey, I'm walking here. Except without that, like just in front of cabs, but like, oh, hey, stop it, and then keep on going. I can just go straight line right for the alley.
How busy is this street?
I don't know.
Luck roll.
Why am I giving you ammunition? Just 60% out of, where's my fucking luck? 47, I failed.
Yeah, you burned a lot of luck, haven't you?
I've burned a lot of luck. I'm doomed to die.
Okay.
Hope nobody likes me.
Dodge roll?
Oh, fuck.
Oh.
Where's my dodge? There it is. Half deck? Oh, no. Oh, it's a 19 out of 37. I got one.
So what happens is, as you're just quickly running across the road. I don't know if I specified whether he was across the road or right behind you, but it's funnier this way.
Oh, yeah, yes.
Yeah, but as you cross the road, just straight heading toward the alleyway, not really paying attention to what's going on around you. The street isn't like super busy, but it's busy enough. As you hear a horn.
Jesus.
I shouldn't be doing sound effects, people. I can't do accents.
That's why I edit this shit. You're fine.
You hear a horn and you manage to just jump out of the way as a very similar to the Birmingham, the large vehicle that you found at Heinrich's house and you're loading art up on. So it's made like making delivery, like a big delivery truck.
Right.
Just barrels on by you, misses you by inches.
Everyone's in a hurry in this town. Fuck.
Your heart starts racing.
Now, is it because I almost got hit by a car? Is it because my other half is about to... Never mind. I will... Is he still at the alley opening?
Well, he had ducked into the alley when you looked at him.
I will continue to head to the alley.
Okay, so you head on... Make this pretty quick. You head on over to the alleyway, and as you look down the alleyway, we've all seen in movies and everywhere else. It's just like dumpsters on either side.
Yeah,
there
of
seems
course.
to be around 100 feet in, so a fair distance. It's a fairly long alleyway, and there's like doors into the buildings along the side as well. And you notice like a brick wall at the end, not a fence, but like there's an actual wall at the end, and there's like refuse and stuff all over the place. Yeah. Would you like to enter the alleyway?
Do I see him or any acknowledgement that he's run down this alleyway?
Well, you know he has.
Yeah, no, but do I see anything?
Spot hidden,
Yeah, I figured
or
I saw that.
track.
Oh, do we have tracking? I have. You know what? I'm gonna go with tracking.
Okay.
I'm not gonna succeed, but I'm gonna try it anyway. I got 17% in it. That's 79. That's failed. Hey, I would have failed my spot hidden anyway.
Yeah, you don't really notice, just from the mouth of the alleyway, you don't really notice a trail that he left as much. If you walk in to inspect, then I'll allow you to have a spot hidden. Like I said, it's around 100 feet deep, and there's dumpsters on the other side and stuff like that. But you'd have to go in a little ways to take a look.
Before stepping down the alley, it's the 30s. Looking up and down the street, 20s? Right. Before stepping into the alley itself, I'm like, Amos has basically got his hand in his coat, ready to pull his weapon out, and he's just not doing it in the middle of a public street. Looking up and down the alley or street, do I see like a phone booth or a method of contact?
Luck roll.
Of course, it would be luck. It's 15 out of 47. Get fucked!
Yeah, so around, not too far away, but you can just see a blue police booth, which generally has phones in them in this time period, but there's like this blue police booth that's further down, maybe, 100 feet, 150 feet, like way up the road a bit. You can just see it stick out. So there is a cop phone there. There's also like businesses on this street, so most businesses would have a phone as well. But I mean,
what are the businesses on either side directly over this alley?
it seems to be because you're just left the Boston Police Department.
Yeah.
So there's like donut shops and
oh my God.
No, there's a couple of like diners. There's some restaurants around here. You can see a couple of clothing stores, stationery, like just run-of-the-mill downtown.
Why am I delaying this? I'm going to take a couple of steps into the... Yeah, I'm going to step into the alley. But is there anything immediately on the left and right within the first, couple meters that's...
No.
Sorry, feet that he could be hiding around?
No.
Dumpster?
No. The first dumpster is on the left-hand side, and it's around 15 feet in.
Okay. Then I will go 10 feet in.
Okay, so you get in around 10 feet. And you start scanning the area. One thing you do notice is the smell. There's a dumpster around 15 feet in that you're around 5 feet away from now that's overflowing with garbage.
Oh, great.
And then on the right-hand side, maybe another 20, 30 feet in, there's another dumpster that also is overflowing with garbage. And you seem to recall something about municipal workers' strike.
Oh,
that might be going on in the region where the garbage isn't being picked up on a timely basis. There's union clashes, if you will, somewhat. So you notice that it's overpowed, so the smell is quite a bit overpowering. Not debilitating. It just smells bad. Okay?
Right.
It just smells bad. I feel like it sticks to you. But I need you to make me a spot hidden roll, as now you're in a little ways and you sort of glanced around just to see if you notice anything out of the ordinary.
97.
Okay, you would have to continue. You do, even with a 97, what is your... You have above a 50% in spot hidden.
67.
Yeah. So it's not a critical fumble. That would be on a 00. Because your skill is higher than 50%.
Oh, okay. All right. That's good
If
to
your
know.
skill is less than 50%, it's a critical fumble on a 96 too.
Okay, cool. That's good to know.
Yeah. It's better your artist skill, harder it is for you to really
Fuck it
mess it up.
Fuck it up. Hard.
You do notice because if he's hiding on the other side or behind the dumpster you're 5 feet from, then he's like a master ninja, man. Like, you have a feeling he's not around this dumpster because...
Is there, at the end of the street, is it turn left, right, or both?
So the alleyway ends on a brick wall. It doesn't exit.
Any fire escapes?
You do notice a fire escape on the right and left-hand side. So there's two fairly large buildings, and there's fire escapes maybe around halfway in that have gone up. As you glance up, you don't notice... Well, number one is they're ones where you jump up and grab the bar.
The counterweight system one.
And you pull it down. Neither of them are pulled down. You know what I mean? They're up and then you can pull them down. Neither of them are pulled down. You don't notice any movement on like the rooftop or stuff like that. You do see some ravens that seem to be lining the top of the buildings. Maybe 4 or 5 at the moment that are just like walking along. Fucking Corvids.
I just look up and catch the ravens. I'm just going to kind of like you know, when you look at a buddy of yours, just like give him a nod. But like, I don't know if it's the same ones, but just give him a nod and whatever.
Can you roll me? I see. I'm just stealing Agatha's sheet for a second because I want to pick something interesting for him to roll. Can you roll me an appearance roll, please?
And a what?
APP. It is an attribute on everyone's character sheet.
Oh.
Which is... But for this, it's just an appearance roll.
So 49 out of 65.
Okay.
Never rolled
So you notice as you sort of nod at the ravens, even from this distance, they all sort of stop and sort of nod back to you.
Okay. So I go up... So when I looked up and nodded, and then when that happens, I kind of whip back up again and go, oh, okay.
And then you hear this loud caw.
Yes!
Sorry. And at the end of the alleyway, on top of a brick wall, you see a raven. It's a little bit bigger than a normal raven, and it has tufts. You've seen this specific raven before. There's tufts of feathers around his head. You ever see like a raven when it's eating? Some of them are like toughed up, but his is toughed up like a crown.
Oh, yeah.
And he's just sort of standing on top of the brick wall. And as you're looking at him, and he's just staring at you, I need you to make a spot hidden with a bonus die.
Oh! Well, that's always good.
Yes, with a bonus die.
Take this one.
Yeah. Basically because of what he's about to do.
So it's a 58 or a 48. So 48, and it's for what was that really?
Spot hidden.
Spot hidden. Oh, that's a success because it's under 63.
Okay, fair enough.
Sorry, I said 67 earlier. It's 63.
You can put a tick in spot hidden.
Of course.
I think
you'd like that, wouldn't you?
I think according to like certain things, I'm just bringing it up whenever I'm making a change in the rules. I'm pretty sure, and I could be wrong, potentially, because I'm pretty loose with the system at times. Is that when you have a bonus die and you succeed on a skill check, it doesn't really count. Or if you burn luck to make a skill check, that doesn't count for a tick. But because I love spot hidden, and I love
you
players
son of a bitch
to increase their spot hidden, I will allow it. But basically, what happens is, as you're looking at Regal, and you seem elated, like you seem happy about this situation.
This is fucking great.
You remember that him and his friends, here quotation marks, saved your life at the church by the thug coming out with the gun and they all flew in, and that was the last time you seen Regal.
My man.
He sort of looks down, and as you look down to see where he's looking, you notice that at the end of the alleyway, around 5 feet away from the brick wall, there's a manhole cover, and it's slightly off. So you can just see this slight gap where it's sort of resting on the angle.
Yeah.
But it's off. And you also notice there's like a little bit of steam coming out from under the manhole cover.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what you see at the moment.
Okay. In that case, there's no one in the alley?
You don't appear to see anybody in the alleyway.
Cool. I will draw the gun in like a non-menacing pose, because I'll have it out so it's not holstered. And I will... Not very slowly, but I will step towards the end of the alley, but I will be checking around every dumpster as I go.
Did you want to make a stealth check in this regard? Because that's what that would be for.
Okay, that makes...
Let's make a stealth. Let's make a stealth check.
There. That's a good point.
If any of your characters die, at least you know certain skills that might have been looked over before. Although Marion, I'm pretty sure, is pretty rocking at stealth.
It's an 87 out of 27. No, 20... Not 87. 25.
So 87 out of 25.
Yeah, I found.
Oh, okay, yeah. So you're just walking in the alleyway. The wonderful thing about stealth is you think you're being stealthy. Like that until somebody disproves that claim, I am the wind.
To the best of your knowledge, you are being quiet.
To the best of your knowledge. Yeah. Oh, it's dark in here. Can I light a torch? Okay, anyway. Rogues in D&D.
Yep.
Can't see in the dark.
That's true.
So,
light a torch.
Anyway, so I don't get off topic. As you slowly work your way, and you have your weapon out. What kind of pistol do you have again?
That's like a... Oh my god.
Is that 38?
Colt 45.
Colt 45. Yes, that's right, because it packs a punch.
Yep. That shit hits like a fucking truck.
So you walk on down, and you check...
I hate that you're asking me.
You check behind the dumpsters, and you don't really see anything really out of the ordinary at all. In that regard.
Okay.
And you make it... How far away did you want to be from the manhole cover? Right up to it? 5 feet from it? 10 feet?
I'm going to start with 5 feet first.
Okay.
And then I'll actually fully extend my arm and kind of aim towards the manhole.
Sure.
Oh god, I haven't even thought about what would I say if I saw him.
So yeah, you're at 5 feet away from the manhole, and you have your weapon trained on the manhole cover. There's like a little bit of steam, not like a lot.
Yeah.
Like a Ninja Turtles amount of steam coming out of the...
Oh, I know what I'm going to do. Okay, I'm going to have the weapon drawn for the manhole. I'm going to point at it, and as I approach it, Gaul, saw your handiwork in the sewers a couple of days ago. Think you and I need to talk about something that we got in common. And I'll wait and see if I hear a reply.
Okay, so you wait a couple of minutes, you don't hear a reply.
A couple of seconds.
A couple of seconds. Yeah. Whatever timeline that your character has. You don't hear anything that comes back.
Is there... No, I'll just have the gun out. I'm going to step towards the manhole cover, and I'm going to just kick the manhole cover off fully.
Okay, so strength check.
Yeah, it's fair.
With a bonus die, but I'm not going to really explain why you're getting a bonus die.
37 or 17 out of 65, so that's a hard.
So 17. Yeah, so you do kick it. Manhole covers are really heavy. But so you don't it doesn't go flying, but where it was sort of off of the hole, you kick it and it sort of just spins off, so it's separate, so the hole is completely open. It's only like a foot away. You hurt your foot a little bit. Right. It's they're heavy.
No,
now if you were to roll an extreme, I don't know,
into
an extra foot, extra foot.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Growing out of your chest. No. Just...
Oh god. Okay. Anything in the manhole?
So. It's just dark. There's a ladder going down. You can roll me a track roll again, actually.
4 out of 17. Give me that shit.
Put a tick into track.
Ticked.
You notice that it's a little bit damp in here from maybe where it was raining recently. Mm-hmm. And you notice that there is a footprint right next to the manhole cover in the little bit of mud and of refuse that's sort of built up around there. You notice, a footprint of a boot that's very recent next to the manhole cover. So you notice that with track. That somebody was just here and did this. So you would assume that they had went down. It's hard to tell from looking... because I'm assuming you're not looking down into it. You're sort of on that slight angle looking at it. So you know what I mean? You're just seeing the rungs going down.
Well, yeah, I would then, if there's nothing right there immediately under that, I would kind of step up and try and look straight down the hole.
Okay. You look straight down the hole. Goes down around 10 feet. 10, 15 feet. It's hard to gauge. There's a little bit of steam. It's you don't see.
Okay, real quick. I would like to specify how I'm doing this because I'm realizing that this could probably come back and bite me in the ass.
Yes.
It's because you said that there is an end to the street.
Yeah. So basically, 5 feet ahead of you from the manhole cover.
Yeah.
5 to 10 feet. There's like a brick wall.
Right. So then, what I'm going to do is. Because I'm walking down the street, or down the alley, obviously my back is towards the street, I'm going to kind of like turn, as I approach up to it, I would like to turn so that when I'm looking down the manhole, my back is towards the brick wall, with Regal above it.
Yeah, and Regal is
just
still there.
Specifying.
Regal isn't giving any affection is the wrong word. He's a raven.
Yeah.
And he's up there. But
I feel better about it.
Yeah. But he seems to be watching the rest of the alleyway. He's not really focused on you. He's just sort of strutting around.
His raven thing.
He's a raven.
Fucking cards.
I like the raven. I don't think anything of it. I just think he's cool.
Yeah.
Remember, Magic and I are kind of like, that's not real. Anyway,
no.
Even after all this shit, Amos is kind of dumb. Not dumb. He's just trying to rationalize.
My insides are jelly, but I'm trying not to think about it.
I'm trying to rationalize it.
I'm a soul eater.
So with your back toward the brick wall, you sort of lean a little bit forward with your weapon trained down into the hole, and you look down. You notice that there really isn't a light source down there, but you can see, as it's daytime, a bit of light, shine down. So you can see a ladder that goes down around 10 or 15 feet. And you can see what appears to be... you've been in the sewer before, so you got like the walkways on the side and then the ramp in the middle.
Yeah.
So you can just see a bit of a walkway, and you see a top hat just off of your view because you can only see down this cylindrical shaft, but you can just see the side of a top hat. Just down at the bottom, off maybe around 2 feet away from the ladder. What is your immediate thing you're going to do?
I more or less repeat what I was saying before. Yep. Gall, what's your idea on that? Got a lot in common. We should discuss. Yeah. I see if the top hat moves.
Okay. Spot hidden. There's a lot of these. It's a lot of these.
69 out of 63.
Yeah, so the top hat doesn't seem to move at all. And it's like just sort of slightly to the side. You can see like half the top hat. There's a bit of steam around, so it's distorting your vision, but you don't like see a person underneath the top hat. Really? You know what I mean? You just see sort of the side of a top hat.
Okay. I'm going to glance up towards the street now that I have a back view behind all the dumpsters towards the street. I'm just going to look up towards and see around. Is there anything around me that I could like throw down?
Oh, there's a lot of garbage and broken pallets.
I kick the nearest object down into the hole.
Oh, okay. I'm just going to say a small bag of garbage.
Sure.
You know, it's just off to the side. So you go over and you just boop, kick it into the hole. And as you lean over and look down, you see the garbage sort of almost flatten the top hat. And you realize the top hat was just on the ground.
Yeah, figured.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to go around the manhole. Back. It's like I'm not gonna like bolt back to the street. I've determined that this is the point of no return here, so I'm gonna go back down the street, almost in like reverse of how I did before. Where as I get closer to the street, I'm going to put the gun away, but I'm still gonna check around dumpsters as I go back, so I can stealth again.
So you leave the manhole and start working.
I can leave the manhole and start working back the street.
Okay, I'm going to have you roll a spot hidden before anything else.
That checks out. 67 out of 63. I do not want to make these today.
It is an opposed roll.
Ah! Why? No! I don't like that. No! Why are you rolling again? Just roll until you succeed? Fuck off! Was it 2 of them? It's like 12 skeets. That checks out.
Okay.
2 goals.
So as you get by the first dumpster,
Fuck!
and you're just putting at the first dumpster, you're putting your weapon away.
What do you mean the one closest to the street?
Yeah, the one closest to the street. You're starting to put it in.
Uh-huh.
Out of the dumpster.
Oh, that son of a bitch.
Out of the dumpster, you see 2 gangly arms just reach out, and you notice nothing at the moment because you feel something.
Fuck!
Which is like a small little pinprick. As you look over and you see this gangly arms come out, one with a syringe.
Yeah.
That's just injected something in your neck. That was what the second roll was for, the attack. I need you to make me a hard constitution roll.
This is how I die, lads. That's a 77 out of 40.
Okay.
This is how I die.
Fair. Everything gets blurry for a quick second, but you're not out immediately.
Okay.
But what you see is half standing in the dumpster is Gall. And he's just sort of looking down at you because he's tall anyway.
Yep.
You notice he's around 6'4", 6'5". Everything is blurry.
People be damned. Gun comes out. I fire at him. 3 bullets at him.
You're going to shoot 3. Each bullet will have 2 penalty dice. You get a penalty die for the extra shots. And you get a penalty die because of the Constitution
That's
effect.
the way that goes. That's how she
it'll be
rolls.
2 penalty die with every shot.
I still feel like
every
Amos
shot,
would
even the
do
first
that.
shot.
Every shot.
Oh.
Because of the effect that's going through your system.
You know what? That's fair. That's I would like to hit him, but that's not why I'm doing it. Oh God! Why is it a penalty dice? Okay, so that sucks. The first shot. Okay, so I have to make an 81 to succeed. So I have the first one was 6. The second is 66. The third is 76. So I still succeed the first shot.
Okay, hold on one
But
second.
that could have been way better if it was the 6, not the fucking.
So what happens is...
That's the first shot. Do I have to roll all 3 at once?
Yeah, we're just going to do it one at a time.
Okay, one at a time.
Because as you shoot, right?
Yeah.
Sort of like blurry and everything. As you shoot, he sort of ducks quicker than your gun goes off. And you shoot the dumpster.
Cool.
You roll a 5% on something you're not aware of.
That's
but
fair.
then he sort of hops back up again. With this weird smile on his face.
But I still got 2 shots. Huh?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, 10, 80, 90. So I missed the second one.
So yeah, he doesn't duck. He's just sort of like smiling at you.
15, 25, 35. 1, 2, 3 on the 10s. Which is a hard success.
And you hit. Can you roll damage for me, please?
Fuck this guy. Okay, D10 plus 2.
D10 plus 2.
Is going to be this one. 4 plus 2 is 6.
Okay. So you end up shooting him in the shoulder. And you see like a spray of blood shoot behind him. Now everything's a little bit blurry. But you do notice that it's mostly black. You don't see a red spray. You see this slightly black
I know what he's stuck me
colored spray from his shoulder hitting the back of the dumpster, and he's just sort of smiling at you. He reflexively flinches back, and his hand does go to his shoulder. Right? Goes and grabs his shoulder. As it's then his turn.
Yeah.
As he sort of hops out of the dumpster, puts one arm and just hops out. He stands around 6'5", 6'4", 6'5".
Tall.
Very thin. He's very thin, like gaunt. He's sunken in face, but there's this manic look in his eyes. This crazy. He doesn't have a top hat on.
No, I wonder why.
He just doesn't. As I need you to make another Constitution roll with a penalty die.
3% or 33% still means hard.
Okay.
Fuck these penalty dice. Suddenly I get good rolls with penalty dice. Fuck you, dice. Fuck you, dice. God, this is the worst.
Okay.
So everything is happening right now.
He seems to reach behind his back. Okay. As he hops out, he reaches behind his back and he pulls out what can only be described as a pair of garden shears. Fairly large. Garden shears. And he just swings it down at your gun hand. Would you like to attempt to dodge his melee attack?
What's the other option besides that? Just take it?
Yeah.
Could I roll like a fighting brawl instead of a dodge?
Okay.
Catch it?
This is a good time as we do... here it is. There's dodge. There's fighting back. Yeah. So you can fight back instead of dodging if you would like.
Oh, fuck yeah. My dodge is dog shit. My brawling is like, fuck yeah, I'm going to stab him with the shears.
So you roll fighting brawl, and he's going to roll fighting brawl.
I'll take that. Nope.
I rolled a 7%.
Oh, what the
fuck? Agatha, if you wouldn't mind.
Confirm.
If you can confirm.
No.
67 out of 52, I failed.
I rolled a 007. As he doesn't have it open. He's not like trying to cut your hand off. He's just swinging.
Well, I don't think
he's just swinging down at your gun hand, and he smacks it. He deals 2 points of damage.
Oh god, that's rough.
It is more bruise damage. He's not hitting you with a sharp end. It's not like a mace. It's but he whacks your hand enough for you to drop your gun.
That's fair. I don't like that he's trying to capture me.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it's your go.
And
everything's really you are really dizzy. You're just barely staying up.
Or do I hear screaming from the audience? From the fucking random people outside?
Roll me a luck roll.
Because we're at the opening of the alley.
Well, yeah, you're around 15 feet away from the opening of the alley at that dumpster.
50 out of 47. Fuck.
Yeah. So you do hear noise, but you don't hear screaming. You know there might be something going on in the street, but you're not sure of what it is.
I think our audience is probably screaming right now.
Oh, probably. I think I've made every wrong decision. Okay, so we standing there with the blunt end of garden shears to smack weapon out of my hand. There's 3 things I could do. Which one am I going to do? Fuck! Okay. I don't like any of these options. Attack of opportunities aren't a thing in this, are they?
No, not really. You generally get to do what you would like to do. Just depending on what that is. Right?
Is it like action move sort of thing, or just you do a thing and then someone else does?
Well, just what would you like to do?
I'm juggling between either punching him and then trying to stagger towards the street, or just stagger towards the street, which is what I'm physically allowed to do.
Yeah. So punching him, he would get a chance to dodge, fight back. There's also like maneuvers, but I'm not really going to pull that out right now.
Okay.
But like there's dodging or fighting back. Yeah, you also have to take into account that you're really dizzy. So there would be a check to make sure that you can even...
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
disoriented.
I don't feel like I'm going to beat him in a fight right now. But I also think that if I just turn and walk away, he's going to just hit me in the back of the head. So
yeah, probably.
Some kind of a push, shove. Because I assume there's no way I have to check to see if I can save the gun. No, fuck it. So, yeah, either I'm going to try and just push him or punch him away and then stagger towards the street if I can.
Okay, so that's a fighting brawl.
Yeah.
Regardless of what it is.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, so you want to stagger toward the street, so you're going to push him, try to push him away from you, and at the same time try to stagger out to the street.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. So it's going to be, he's going to fight back against it. So we'll see.
Am I rolling with a penalty die?
You are, because you're drugged.
Yeah, that makes sense. Fuck. 41 or 81 out of 52.
Okay, so he also failed his thing. So that means you both failed. There's so nothing sort of happens. You try to push him, and then he seems to try to, grab a hold of your arms, but you. Because you're so disoriented, you push on either side, so you just miss him, and he tries to grab your arms where they should be to push him, and there's nothing there. So it's like a weird karate maneuver. It's a weird Kung Fu world champion. But yeah, but he just seems he's still smiling the whole time.
Of course he is. Towards the street I go.
Toward the street you go. Okay, I need you to roll me a willpower roll with a penalty die. It's because you're drugged. I'm using willpower for like a wisdom roll.
Okay, so it's a 41 or a 71, but they're below 80, so it's still a success.
Okay, so as you stagger your way out and you're at the edge of the alleyway, you get that far. Mm-hmm. Just staggering. Is that good?
Yeah, no, that's great. That's perfect. Let's see what the fuck he does now.
Okay. We're going to his turn.
Yeah.
And like I did last time, I wasn't doing it on your turn. I was doing it on his turn.
Yeah.
I need you to make me a Constitution roll with a penalty.
Oh, my God. 19 or 69 out of 80. Still a success.
Okay. So you're...
I'm a drunk man.
Now, even though you're making these, you're getting more and more disoriented as the drug's going through your system.
Yeah.
Or whatever he's done to you is going through your system. As he walks up to you, and he's just standing next to you, and you can see that there's people sort of like walking by, sort of looking at you, and you hear him say something to the people walking by. And he says, and he has this weird voice. It's like, my friend had a little bit too much to drink. It's okay, I'm going to take care of him. And he says that, and now he needs to roll a check to convince them, and you can't say anything at the moment.
Oh, okay.
You will get your chance. I just
That's
want to
fair.
see what he says.
Yep.
If it.
Totally Jeffrey Dahmering the situation.
So they look at him just a little bit confused, but they just sort of shake their head and keep walking.
Yep.
No.
But as they're walking, what would you like to do?
Keep on walking down the street.
Okay, so.
But in terms of check, what I would like to say is basically keep muttering, call Officer Caputo, and see if maybe somebody takes that seriously.
Okay, so as you start to try to keep walking, you didn't realize in your disoriented state that he has his arm around your shoulder when he walked up to you. He just put his arm around your shoulder. And you try to move, and you're just getting weaker and weaker. And you start saying, call Officer Caputo. I need you to roll me a persuade check. For anyone who can hear. To make it... Interesting.
Oh, I got another suggestion. What was he wearing? Did he have like a coat on?
Yes, he has. And now that you're so close to him, you notice he has. It looks to be a fairly well-worn pair of pants. He sort of has these really well-worn-in leather shoes. Even though everything's dizzy, I'm going to give you a proper description. He has like a workman's button-up shirt. You know, like what a tradesperson would wear. Over it, he has like this, it's almost like a velvet overcoat. And it has sort of like that look of velvet wallpaper, you know, with the symbols in it.
Yeah.
It has like tails on it.
It's called damask.
Yeah, it has like a tails on the end, on it, and it's cut off short. And he has this weird floppy top hat on.
Oh, he does? I thought he didn't.
Oh, sorry, I take that back. Just when I think of him, I think of him with the top hat.
Yeah.
You notice that his hair is sort of parted right in the middle. It's like right in the middle, and it's sort of greased down the side of his face.
Okay.
Right. Because basically, I was calling for the persuade for what you said to get. I'm using persuasion to get that across.
But I'm going to have his penalty die on it anyway, right?
I will allow it for the persuade. I will take away the penalty die for the persuade roll.
Okay.
Because it's just you speaking and for people to believe it. I still think you're feeling like you'd be in a...
It's 91 out of 30.
Oh.
I'm rolling shit tonight. I'm going to change my dice.
Yeah.
Back to these. Over to these.
And then I need... As you try to walk away, he sort of has his arm on your shoulder. You are really drunk. Mm-hmm. He says to people as they walk by, my friend's real drunk. You know, I'm just trying to help him. And it's really awkward the way he says it, but they just sort of like, we're not getting involved in this regardless.
Yeah, that checks out. We're both
then you, under your breath, you aren't able to bring up enough energy to like scream it, but you're like, Officer Caputo, call Officer Caputo. And you're saying it, but there's nobody, like people just sort of look at you like you're a drunkard.
Yeah, that checks out.
And the look of the person with you, Gaul, makes it seem like, oh, these are two, you know what I mean?
Ne'er-do-wells.
So it's his turn, and he's going, well, first off, you need to make a Constitution roll with a penalty die.
Could have been 6%.
What'd you get?
46, so it's still a success. Ha!
Okay. So
fuck you, drugs.
As you're really, from this point on, you will have, you're just from force of will, force of constitution, whatever's going on with you, you've managed to stay up so far. Every check from this point on will have 2 penalty dice.
Fuck!
Because it is, you are going to go under.
What did he stick me with?
It just depends on how long before it happens. As what he does is, with his arm around you, he sort of turns with you and tries to walk you back into the alleyway.
Oh, I'm going to resist that shit.
You are going to resist it with 2 penalty dice. He's going to get 1 penalty die simply because he's trying to do it without seeming like he's forcing you to do it because you're on the street.
That's good.
It's a good thing he had a penalty die. He does fail.
Okay, so do I. My fighting brawl is over 50.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was 57. So I failed no matter what. It's out of 52. So it was 57, 67, or 97.
Okay, yeah, and your fighting brawl, like you said, is at...
Over 52.
It's a 52, which is...
Just
good.
barely enough.
Good. So you just sort of... He tries to calmly bring you into the alleyway.
Nope.
But you can't. He can't do it. And at this point, I'm going to call for somebody else to be walking by. And he pretty much says the same thing. He just turns his head slightly. And there's people... It seems to be an elderly couple.
Okay.
And he's sort of turns his head, but he doesn't actually try to... Actually, he doesn't really try to talk. He hisses at them. And he's... And he just... You see, like, his head just ducks down. It seems like as he looks at this elderly couple, whatever he's seeing isn't what you're seeing. And he sort of hisses at them, so he's going to be pretty much rolling an intimidation roll on them, is what he's doing.
Oh, so he's distracted for a second.
And the elderly couple just sort of and sort of quickly shuffle along, and the husband, you can barely hear under his breath, Herbert needs to really clean up these streets. As referring to Herbert A. Wilson, the commissioner of police.
Yeah.
Yes. But you're still at the mouth of the alleyway. What would you like to do? It's a precarious position.
Not overly. I'm going to try and punch him and get him off of me. He's got his arm around. I'm going to try and cock him. I was going to try something else, but that's the thing I got the most. I have the highest skill in that I could probably do at this moment. So, psychology is trying to determine something about somebody else.
Yeah, it's sort of like insight. You can use psychology as insight, yeah. It's sort of useful. I use it in conversation, being able to tell if somebody's lying, if somebody's hiding something from you, body language, whereas psychoanalysis is more about the treatment of diseases, or can also be used for diagnosis of somebody.
Right.
Being like, oh, this person might be affected by this. I'm sorry, everyone, that I'm with Amos so long, but this is just so interesting to me.
No, I want to.
You know what I mean?
I spent a whole episode in the living room. I think it's not so bad.
I want to see where this goes.
He's literally fighting for his life right now.
Yeah,
I'm gonna die. I feel like No, I can't make that work. All right, no, I'm gonna try and just fighting brawl him. I'm going to try and cause as much, at the minimum, as much scene as possible. At most, get him off of me so I can make it towards the booth.
Okay, fair enough. So 2 penalty die. Fighting brawl. He is going to take a penalty die, once again, because he's trying not to make it seem, as you're in the mouth of the alleyway, that he's manhandling you into it.
Yep.
He does have a regular success.
I got failure because it's either 8, 68, or 88, and it's 52.
Okay, so as you sort of grab him, like by the collar,
Yep.
and you sort of swing up your fist, he sort of just moves his head back, spins you, and pushes you down onto the ground just inside the alleyway.
Fantastic. What's he gonna do now?
I
guess I didn't have any movement.
As you hit the ground, you can still stand up, but you're just like 5 feet inside the alleyway.
No, I'm gonna go down the alley.
Okay, so he pushes you down, and are you going to stand up or just stay in the alleyway?
No, I'm gonna crawl down the alley.
Okay, so you start crawling deeper into the alleyway.
Yep.
Okay, you start crawling deeper into the alleyway. Then we hit his turn. Constitution roll with 2 penalty dice.
He wants me to fail this check so bad.
Fuck you, Derek. 47, 57, and 57. What? Out of 70.
Yeah, hey, this is fair
Sorry,
enough.
80.
As you manage to crawl.
What you gonna do? Add me another penalty die?
Eventually the drug will. Or you might come out the other end.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll
Just gotta
see.
talk to the DM. What am I doing? Anyway.
Okay. So it's his turn as he just sort of walks in after you. And he seems to reach down. It's not like it's going to be hard. But he just grabs you by the back of your collar and starts walking deeper into the alleyway.
Great.
Dragging you with him.
Perfect.
So do you want to fight him on this?
Is he ahead of me when he does this?
So his arm is, and it's a bit abnormally long, like a little bit too long to be, comfortable.
Yeah.
As he is slightly ahead of you. Yeah, he would be because his arm is stretched back as he's sort of pulling you along the ground as you're still crawling toward the manhole
I do
cover.
not fight him.
Okay. As he sort of walks
Yeah.
you down, let's say 20 feet.
Cool. Can my turn happen somewhere along that walk there?
Your turn can happen right now.
Fantastic.
Probably just past that first dumpster.
Perfect. I pick up my gun and I shoot him.
Fair enough.
As he drags me, I'm just going to grab the gun. He said he did not make any motion towards it.
He did not.
Past the point. I pick it up and just try 3 again.
Yep. Go right ahead. 2 penalty die per shot. I'm not going to make it like 3, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to cap this at 2 because he's so close to you.
Yeah.
You know, you're getting this benefit, so 2. He doesn't see this coming, so he's not going to try to dodge. You're not supposed to be able to dodge bullets.
What is this, Matrix?
Yeah, but he's an interesting character. But don't forget your 2 penalty dice.
Got him here. Okay, so this is going to be a success. It was either going to be a 2%. Fuck! 42 or a 62, which is still under 81.
And roll your next one. We're just going to do all 3 for these, yeah.
Okay, number 2 is either 3%. Fuck! 23 or 33, so still a success. Actually, that one is a hard success. Yeah. Even while drugged. Oh, this is bad that I'm this good at shooting while drunk. Anyway, well, the equivalent of drug.
2 penalty die.
Okay, this is going to be a fail. So it was either going to be 61, 81, or 91. So that one's going to miss.
Okay.
But 2 hits.
So roll for damage.
One is hard.
For the first
I don't know
shot.
if that matters. Okay, damage was going to be 4 plus 2 is 6.
4 plus 2 is 6, and roll for damage.
Second one is 8 plus 2 is 10.
8 plus 2 is 10. Okay, so you, as he's dragging you, you reach with your left arm.
Yeah.
And you grab your Colt.
Yeah.
And you swing it up, and you shoot twice. One hits him in the arm, the side of the shoulder, of the shoulder,
yeah,
where he's dragging you along, and the other one goes right under his rib cage. And he sort of lets go, and sort of staggers over against the side of the building in the alleyway, so he's around 10 feet away from you.
Cool.
But yeah, and he's like, now normally you know something. You've put 3 bullets into this guy so far. He should be down.
Yeah.
Sandy check.
Do I have penalty dice to this one? Do I have penalty dice on this?
Oh, not on the Sandy check. No, okay. I'm not.
It's a 64 out of 53. Sandy's getting pretty shit.
You need to roll me a d6. Now, because basically, I know a lot of. I need to explain something to the listeners. A lot has happened in this campaign arc so far. Not just this arc, but this whole campaign. But a few times I should have really called for Sandy checks and I didn't do it. Because either forgotten or stuff like that. So when you're shooting somebody and this Gaul has been shot 3 times, once in the chest, and he's still standing, albeit he looks hurt, it draws into question everything you know.
I suppose that makes sense.
So you roll a d6.
2.
So you lose 2 sanity. As you're like, and it's also the drugged aspect of it.
Yeah.
And everything else that's happening here.
Okay. Yeah.
As his turn starts.
Yeah.
Now, your weapon holds 6 bullets. Right?
No, it holds 7.
7. So there's 1 round left.
There's 1 round left, yeah. And I have 2 other clips on me.
You have 2 other clips on you.
That takes time to do.
That takes time.
But this is currently loaded with 1 more bullet.
It is currently loaded with 1 more bullet. As the start of his turn, you need to make a Constitution roll with 1 penalty die instead of 2. As you are actually coming out the other end.
Okay. Either was going to be a 16 or a 56, so I still succeed. So it's under 80.
Yep. So you're starting to come out the other end. You have successfully, which is crazy, by the way. You knew what I've got done to you. It's crazy that you're, with penalty dies, continually succeeding to stay up. I'm saying it has to do with what you've become.
Sure. Let's go with that.
And not because he's
not because
as fuck.
not because I drink all my fucking life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you see him. Now you didn't see him do this originally, but the shears he must have put back
behind his coat.
Behind his coat.
Ah!
He pulls that out, staring at you with this manic look in his eyes, and he just swings it at your head on the ground. Just swings down at you.
At my head? So not to disarm me, but to like...
Yeah.
Okay.
He's trying to hit you in the head.
Great. This one I will probably do another fighting brawl with. With one penalty die?
One penalty die. I have a hard success.
It's either going to be a 2 or an 82.
Oh,
Yep.
Keeper. So mean.
Fuck you. Alright. How much damage am I getting? I'm getting clubbed in the fucking noodle.
6 damage.
What the fuck? Oh,
6.
I'm almost dead.
Max damage. Like on the sort of right against your temple.
Yep.
Just swings it down and cracks you. What is your max hit points?
13.
I've taken 2 and 6.
6.
I'm
at 5.
I just need to check something when it comes to the amount of damage you've taken.
Oh, I'm probably spitting up blood at the very least. Looking at a red eye, all that good, cheesy
You
shit.
may have lost a tooth or two.
Yeah, I can.
He was never pretty to begin with.
It's true. I'm an ugly fuck.
Just give me one.
Hence why we're in this mess. My appearance is 65. Remember, I failed that check right out the gate.
Here it is.
Yeah, the Ravens don't like you. Like, we used to like this guy,
Should
but
try
he
something.
ugly.
I don't
It's
know if
not a
it'll work.
major wound.
I can't remember how I got the Ravens to attack the other guy before.
I think you just asked.
That's what I was thinking. Well, no, I wouldn't have thought to ask because that's like, why would I fucking ask Ravens to attack somebody?
Or maybe you said stop. No, I don't know. Maybe you just asked him the... Yeah, I have no idea.
Okay, yeah. If you take more than half of your damage in one attack, you can
In
take a
one
major
attack?
wound. Yeah, but
Then I'm
it's
good.
not because you're just
Under. It was 7, I'd be
just
fine.
under.
It was 7, yeah.
Oh my god! As he cracks you in the side of the head.
Ah, fuck. When he hits me, I'm actually gonna. I don't know why this thought would come to Amos.
But you see a spray of blood across. You not see it, but feel the spray of blood across your face.
I'm gonna like kind of do the get up stumble thing towards the alley, but I'm
Luck roll. I need you to roll me a luck roll.
Before I do this.
Well, you shot 3 times in the alleyway. He swings down. It's the luck roll to see if anyone's going to look down the alleyway, like I called for before.
Right.
A civilian might see this happening.
With penalty?
No penalty on a luck roll.
Okay.
It's just luck.
49 out of 47.
Oh!
Okay.
The gods want me to die, guys.
So
this is how it goes.
at the moment,
Alone, and
nobody. There's a lot of gunshot sounds in Boston.
Yeah, apparently. As I'm getting up, I'm actually gonna
Outside the
cry. Be like, Regal, fucking do something. I don't know. Just say does that do anything?
I'm not going to call for a roll for this at the moment. But what else are you doing? Your vision is a bit blurry. It's not as blurry as it was. You seem to be coming out the other end of this. You know what I mean? You're successfully fighting this off, which is crazy. With blood pouring down the side of your face. So far, all you've done is call out to Regal.
Yeah.
So you're
Not
sort
sure
of
that's gonna do anything.
lying on the ground at the moment.
Yeah.
After getting smoked in the side of the head.
Fire the one last shot off on him.
Go right ahead. It has 1 penalty die.
Great. So it's a 58.
Okay.
Or a 78, which is still under 81.
He will attempt to do something.
If he dodges bullets.
Roll for damage.
Yeah! 8 plus 2, it's 10.
Ooh!
Yeah,
Fuck you, Gall. He's probably still living.
You shoot him.
Yeah.
Sort of in center mass.
Yeah.
Blam. And he sort of staggers back a couple of feet and falls onto his back in the alleyway. That's what sort of happens at the moment. On your turn, you shoot him.
Yeah.
He sort of staggers back and sort of falls. Just falls on his back in the alleyway.
Okay. Feeling that I'm getting better at... Well, okay, immediately I reload the gun. That's what I'm doing. If I don't see him moving, it's...
Well, it's a full action to reload. You've already shot.
Exactly. No, I absolutely. He's going to take a full fucking turn. He just sees the guy fall. He's going to just throw the cart, snap another one in, and then,
Okay, basically, you just shot him.
Yeah.
What would you like to do other than that? Because it takes your full turn to reload. You can't do it now because you just shot.
I see. Oh God! I guess my question.
Did you want to move? Did you want to?
Yeah, I'm still gonna like kind of push myself towards the main street there. Do I know that I'm feeling better?
You, especially with the smack in the head, concussions are a dangerous thing.
Okay.
You are fairly disoriented the whole time you've been injected with whatever you were injected with.
Okay, so yeah, I'll finish the round where I shot him. I will finish that turn.
So are you standing up and working your way, or crawling toward the?
Which is technically faster?
I don't know.
Nah, you know what? Fuck it. I got. This man's got pride. It's a sin of his. He's gonna, ironic. He's gonna stand up and finish his turn by getting towards whatever gets him closest to the street, and then
a Constitution roll with a penalty die. This isn't to. This is to actually stand up without falling over.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's either a 9 or a 29.
Okay.
Which is actually a hard.
Which you manage to grab the dumpster.
Yeah.
Turn on your side and pull yourself up to your feet, and you're really dizzy as you start making your way, and you're around 5 feet away from the entrance of the alleyway.
Yep.
When it's Gall's turn, because at the start of Gall's situation, you need to make a Constitution roll with a penalty die to stay conscious.
Oh my god!
Because that's what's been happening. It's only one penalty die.
Okay, so it's 46 or an 86. Given the situation I'm in, I'm burning 6 luck to stay up. With what's going on, I'm staying up.
You're going to burn 6 luck?
Yep. Given the situation, what's happening, and I know what happens with bodies that go down with black shit in them, I'm staying up.
Okay.
I feel Amos and Althea understand. It's only 6 luck as opposed to what
that's
might
a lot
happen.
of luck. But I'm well aware a slug's about to bop out of that fucking thing, and I don't want it crawling down my gullet.
As
fucking
opposed to
burning
what
6,
potentially
staying the fuck awake. Yes, keeper.
Okay. So basically,
you don't understand the stresses right now.
So basically, as you're at the alleyway, you're not focused on what's happening behind you.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to the street.
You're trying to get to the street. So we go back to you because you don't see what happens. You're not looking back. You understand what I mean? You're heading toward the street.
Oh, I should have been more specific. I was thinking I was originally. I wanted to keep train and slide on back, but I didn't say that.
Yeah, but you stood up and staggered your way in your delusional state to the.
I'll blame it on delusional state. Yeah, I usually try to avoid looking away from things I think are threatening.
I understand, but you don't drugged. See what happens behind you. Yeah.
Okay.
But needless to say, it doesn't seem to affect you. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like there's a pair of shears ran through your chest.
Yeah, that would suck. All right. Full round action. How close to the street am I?
5 feet away from the...
Cool.
Yeah, you can stagger out into the street.
Nope, I will lean against the wall with my back to the people, front facing. This time I will make sure to clarify. I would like to face Gall.
Yes, so basically...
And reload and full round reload my gun.
Okay, so basically you move to just right on the edge of the alleyway, lean against the wall of the alleyway right on the edge of the street.
Using it to support me while I stare at him.
As you look back, and you can see Gall around 10 feet from the sewer entrance, crawling into the sewer entrance is what he's doing. As there's no bullets left in your gun, and the rest of your turn would be reloaded.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, knowing that when his turn starts, and this will be the last time you have to make a Constitution roll, and then you're out the other end. This is the last time, because you came out the other end.
I know.
55-75, I'm up.
I was going to say, this is when you fall into the street.
I mean, you almost did last time.
That would suck. Yeah. I almost did last time. Okay.
That would have been really interesting.
As you see Gall...
My next character's going to have high con, too, just because of this right here.
As Gall sort of just looks back right at the manhole cover, like he's right at it.
Yeah.
And he sort of just looks back, and he's got this grin on his face. You can see this thick... blackish type of blood consistency running out of his mouth and one of his eyes, and he's got this weird smile on his face, and he's just I just wanted to talk. And then he just crawls into the sewer manhole. And you could just hear a couple of seconds of the... I shouldn't have did that. Because he's not going down the ladder. He literally falls
Sliding
down.
into the manhole.
Oh my God.
As what happens is, you, completely exhausted, head throbbing, sort of slide down the wall to the sitting position. And is there anything you would like to say? Like you're just sliding down the wall. And there's people walking by just sort of looking at you. Like, oh, look at that ne'er-do-well.
I will pull out a cigarette.
Yeah.
I will light it.
Yeah.
I will inhale. Mm-hmm. Fuck.
Thank you for listening to this episode of The Call. The next episode of The Call will air Tuesday, April 5th, with Spacers, our sci-fi podcast, awaiting us all to get together again before recording more episodes. Please leave us a review on your podcast app of choice and visit our main website for merch and Ko-fi. Music and ambient tracks licensed through Triune Films and Artlist. Your players for tonight were Elizabeth Wells, Janessa Coles, Lindsay Delansky, and Zach Barrett. Your audio operator was Rob Hickey, and your GM or Keeper was Derek Snow. Have a good night, everyone, and we'll see you next time.